Howdy there, YouTubers. We're working on something totally different. Like I said, yesterday y'all saw me on the tractor and bush hogging. Well, I ran into a problem. And I'm still itching my nose and still itching my head about it. But I knew what happened. Didn't realize how soon it was gonna snap, but it did snap, which is good. Because, yeah, we don't want nothing being thrown in the back, hitting us in the back of the head. Tore up a grease zerk fitting, as we can see from right here. And tore that one all to pieces, too. There's half of the roll pin right there. So, we tore a roll pin up on a PTO coupler of a 540 6-spline shaft. And here's the aftermath. I put a new one in it. Started hammering down with it with a hammer. Here's the inside. It tore the roll pin, which this is a roll pin. That's a roll pin. It tore that roll pin up. And like I said, it's right here with the hammers where you can see from there. Right beside the screwdriver, which is that right there. And there's the roll pin assortment set, because I bought one of these from Harbor Freight here in town, and it's got every roll pin you could think of. Literally every roll pin that you need, what size you need and everything. So I got the trusty rubber gloves because it's greasy, it's a mess. This thing exploded like right behind me on a farm tractor. You guys didn't see that in the video because I had somebody else videoing for me. He doesn't say very much, but he's a real cool kid. I ain't gonna announce his name or nothing, but really cool dude. Thank you for videotaping for me. Yesterday was an eventful day. I've had numerous things. I had to have my wife cut my customer's yard just right across the street. I know this is an in-ground basement, and literally my customer's like right in front of us where I'm pointing the camera. The funny part about this PTO coupler, as they call it, which it's an overrunning clutch, what it does is it keeps you from running through a fence row. So when you push that clutch in on a 57 Ford, it'll still keep moving. It's not your typical, electronic clutch where you can push a button or pull a switch. I'll show you an example on my little Cub Cadet, and show you an example on a Ford tractor, which a Ford tractor is so old school, it'll push you right through a fence row if you try to push clutch in. But luckily I wasn't around fencing and I could keep going. So what you saw in that video where I done the very last one as a short, it was just nothing but solid field that just needed the grass cut. So like I said, the last person that videotaped for me did a magnificent job, even though it kind of, a little poor camera quality, but that's on my phone. Like I said, I don't have GoPros. I'm not that kind of guy. I can't do it all. My wife won't help me out some days just because she's tired, I'm tired. So, and here pretty soon, like I said, I'll show you a difference between an electric pull switch and a lever activated switch. That's your pull switch. That engages your PTO and disengages your PTO. I'll show you something. It's so mechanical and it's so engineered well, but the thing is, you still got to run a slip clutch, PTO coupler, or overrunning clutch. Sorry, I'm having to maneuver things, but if it hopefully lighten up. Well, they put it in a flower pot in front. But this is your lever that activates your PTO, rear PTO, and it moves, and that's how you activate your PTO shaft. I don't know if you can get that, but like I said, I didn't have time to video yesterday because I was in such a rush, and I had to get it done before the sun went down because that was my only weekend to get this done. I'm showing you an example off my tractor, which it's my family's tractor, a Ford 601 Workmaster. They call it live PTO, which it is live PTO. When you engage that lever, when you engage that lever that's under your seat, you'll do like this, like sitting down like a bucket, and you engage it under your, well, it'd be like right here, and you engage it under your seat. Let out the clutch, gives a few minutes of startup. It is not where you can dump the clutch and go. It is a very serious old school matter. Like all your Allis-Chalmers has it, all your Massey's, what else? Other tractor brands, Oliver's, many others, old school. Talking about old school technology, which I love it, don't get me wrong, but it is very dangerous and it can get you killed because it's an open station, not your typical cab tractor, not your typical compact, which has a little more running board room. This one, it's a little more open. If you fall through that hole, you're basically chopped meat. And I've grew up on it for so long, and there's so many other ways that you can die from bush hogging. That's only to your knowledge. My knowledge, I'm very good at. I'm very good at hands-on. I'm very good at jumping on a piece of machinery and figuring it out within 10 to 15, 20 minutes, depending on what brand it is. Hang on for a minute. But currently I'm going through a bunch going on, and having allergy season sucks. This is just a mess. It really is a mess, and now I gotta go searching for a stupid grease zerk, but it may be an easy find, it may not be. And it just it kind of frustrates me a little bit because I'm having to figure this out, because the guy I'm using this tractor for the bush hog video, for the last 2 videos that I posted, like I said, I'm going to give you a walkthrough, talk through. We're hopefully going to be having more action this year. I got to get my stuff and my plate set. But right now I'm doing a lot better than I have been. We've been just slam packed busy. I've had kids' soccer games. I've had numerous other projects out there. If people would like to share, share them, subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. Hit that little bell icon. I am, like I said, not an editor by no means. And also, if you can, come by and swing by the channel anytime. We're going to be having Cubby stuff. We're going to be having IH tractors, Fords, Massey's. I love them all. I don't care what it is. It's a machine. It's actually, you know, history, classic tractors that I personally love. I don't care what style it is. Even if it's John Deere Green, Ford, New Holland, any of those big top brand competitors, because I love any machine, but I mostly grew up on Fords, Massey's, Allis-Chalmers. Give me a minute. Never been on an Oliver yet. Been on plenty of Massey's, IH. Personally, I love the McCormick Deering, Farmall Super M's, Farmall Super S's. I've seen them all. I would love to, you know, own one, but man, they are just hard to come by, especially either with an engine, blown engine, no transmission or something. You know, I'd still like to have one, but it's not going to happen at the moment, so it is what it is. Hopefully y'all find this video interesting. Like I said, I like to make an intro video, you know, talk about it with you guys, because right now, like I said, I've got numerous projects. Like I said, on weekends is my only time to be able to do a few things. I know we got the UAW strike stuff going on. Is what's affecting my hours at work. Pretty much we've got, like I said, weekends where we can do stuff and make videos and get everything all sorted for. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of things around the shop. It's been numerous fix videos, like I said, I just showed you a roll pin, you know, it's just right over there. Installing a roll pin, which you have to do and get Zerk fittings to cap it off, and then you got to pump it full of grease. And It's a messy job, let me tell you guys. Very messy, very dirty. I'm always constantly fixing stuff. If it didn't deal with grease, I'd do it barehanded. But I've had numerous shrapnel go on my fingers, fingernails, and it never comes out, and it hurts really bad. Just to further warn you, an example, I'm that kind of person. Unless I get into a rush on something, I have no time at all. But here, stay tuned to the next video, because we are going to be showing some pretty good footage here pretty soon. All saved in my phone. I just got to get it out there to you guys. I haven't been able to get it out there. I haven't made a video yet, but we're going to be making a video of taking my Cub Cadet LT 2180 tractor mower deck off within 6 to 7 minutes. Mr. Lee Murphy, I hope you're watching this, because we're going to show you maybe 6 to maybe 3 minutes, maybe a minute to getting my tractor deck off, which is quite interesting. I've been making like 3 videos of this so we can get Mr. Lee Murphy from Murphy Mowers to see this, because I know this is one of the quickest mower decks I've ever taken off. Now the Craftsman, that's a little bit challenging. I've done plenty of Craftsman, Sears. What else on garden tractors? I've done IH. The biggest IH I ever worked on was a 72-inch Woods belly mower from a Cub Lowboy 184 International. That thing is a challenge. Anybody that ever has taken one of them mower decks off and taken the belts off, it's a head scratcher. And some people have taken them off, some people haven't. I've taken my very first one off on an International Harvester, International Cub IH, Cub Lowboy. Bigger tractor than your normal Cubs. That thing was a challenge. I'm going to give y'all full effort credit. Please watch somebody else. Don't be like me. And we took hitch pins off, lowered the hydraulics all the way down, and me and my dad were still head scratching, and come to find out, one linch pin and then a hitch pin that's in the side of the back was seized shut. There was no way to getting this sucker off. Me and Dad literally had to heat it up with a torch in order to hammer that pin out, and it finally got the mower deck off. We had to go order it from IH, one of the main dealers that can get IH parts, and finally took care of that customer, which they do, you know, but still make parts. They just don't make tractors as much. I know they still make plenty of Case, IH, and all that stuff. But, like I said, it was a part that had to be special ordered. I do not know why it had to be, but I'm surprised we couldn't use a, you know, regular tractor dowel pin, but they had an oversized setup on that, and typically they break. So, like I said, we are planning to make videos to you guys. I'm also going to be making probably a few welding videos, because I got a heavy hitch idea that I'm planning to get out here to you. So, here pretty soon, you guys are going to be seeing, plus the weed eater up above my head, we're going to also be rebuilding it as well. And that's my granddad's first weed eater for this house that I'm in, an in-ground basement with air conditioning. So, here pretty soon, that will be getting rebuilt soon too, up above my head, the steel weed eater. Because the engine that's in it is toast. It has no compression whatsoever. It's fried, and I am waiting and dying to take it apart, because it's been running in my family since my granddaddy bought it brand new back in what, 1978 or 1980. I'm not 100% sure, but I guarantee you that steel weed eater will still live after we get a new engine block. May have to cylinder hone it. I'm not sure what we're going to plan on doing with it just yet. But stay tuned, excuse me. Stay tuned to the next video, because we're going to be making some pretty cool stuff, and everybody's going to love Cubby when I get done getting the tiller put on him, and we're going to be making a video of tilling our garden in the backyard. Stay tuned, because it's going to be even better than last year and the years before. And right now I got people on Tractor Data trying to copy, paste, and all that kind of stuff from my other videos. I am on Google. This is kind of funny. I'm not making no money on this. I don't make any money. I've even told Mr. Lee Murphy that. I don't make any money. I don't make anything. I don't make fake videos. But this person, whoever you are, that's making videos of me and copy and save whatever you do, as you nerds out there can do, which I know a lot of you can, and this person puts it on Tractor Data and puts the wrong information. There was nothing exactly right on this information. I know I'm making the video a little bit long, but when I make this other video, because like I said, the very first one, I couldn't figure out how to get the electric cylinder and all that kind of stuff working. But now I've got everything working. All I got to do is just hitch it up and go till. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the next one, because you are going to enjoy it such as I am. I am going to enjoy it. And I'm also going to probably end up buying a selfie stick and whatnot, because my wife wants me to do it, because it's not showing the whole video when I video and try to flip and do a couple edits, not much. Because my wife's a nerd. I do not know anything about technology. I suck at it. But I know a lot about engines, tillers, engines, transmissions, mechanics involved. All I know how to do is hit a button and hit the record and hit the stop. But for this video, there is somebody copying and pasting all my stuff, including on Tractor Data. You can look up Cub Cadet LT2180. I've got at least over, I'm coming up to about 3,000 views on my Cub Cadet 190 304 tiller, 28-inch rear tiller time, and it's connected to my tractor. This was my very first video. So I will show you guys again. Whoever's posting the specs, you guys have got it totally wrong, because I'm laughing my butt off here. I don't really give a crap. But this is my Cub Cadet 304 28-inch rear tiller. Here's my Cub Cadet LT2180, and it hitches to the back right here. You have to take this plate off. I just haven't done it yet because my wife's still mowing with it, so I'm not going to take the deck off here in another 2 weeks. You're going to see us tilling. The only bad part is I'm not showing a video of how I hitch it up, because it's a certain way I like to do it, and for others out there to see how the way you like to do it. But it's a faster way for me. I'm used to being able to back up a tractor, back it up, hook up your 2-point hitch formation, hook up your electric cylinder, and so on and so forth. Like I said, I've got a switch right here that makes the switch go up, go down, which it's not hooked up currently. But it is live power. I don't ever have to worry about, and it's even got a safety switch. When it gets up to a certain point and it stops, it cuts off. Sometimes it'll stay running, sometimes it won't. But that safety feature will kick in there. I've got it wired up to a fuse block in there too. So if it ever has any problems, it blows the fuse. So anybody out there that's copyright my content, I'm cool, but don't be posting the wrong specs now. Just don't be doing that. Like I said, this has been engine swapped. I had a 570cc Briggs 18 horse V-twin Vanguard engine, converted it to a 23 horsepower Briggs 627cc gas burner engine. Commercial power. It's one of the main things you got to learn about if you're going to start copying and pasting my stuff. So, I'm not mad about it. I don't care about it. Doesn't make me any money. If it made me any money, I'd be seeing that rolling in my bank account right now. But I don't. And you posted the wrong specs. When I looked at it, I thought, man, I'm laughing my butt off, because that has nothing to do with what I've got under the hood. That really, y'all got me tripping. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. Like, This 23 horsepower produces right at 38 to 40, but I've added a few things to the carburetor that bumped it up to about 40 foot-pounds of torque to that tiller. When you got the belt, which goes all the way underneath here, I'll show you all the belt. It's a hefty belt. It's a 5/8 by 191 inch, which I'm showing you right here. This is a long, thick belt. But you can see on the picture and see from my fingers, that's a thick belt. And that's a long sucker, too. Look how long it is. That's a long belt. And plus, that much power with 3,600 or 36 to 3,800 RPMs, when you pull that pull switch, it takes off. But never drive it in the ground and then cut the PTO on. It's not blades. You keep it up in the air, you just lightly, just let it, you know, dig down slowly. It'll start to pick your tractor up if you ain't careful on the butt end of the tractor. But Mr. Lee, you'll get to see it here pretty soon. And hopefully we're going to be turning some dirt and throwing some mud balls, probably that size. Because up there in the garden looks pretty, you know, it's a pretty good hefty garden. I'm trying to let this wasper out. Get out of here. Or yellow jacket, I can't fucking see. Ugh. Get out. Get out. Ugh. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm trying not to get stung today. I got stung yesterday. But right there is our garden. We're going to be turning some dirt. Guarantee it. Turning some dirt. And this little lawn tractor is going to be doing a bunch of work. It's going to be dirtier than it's ever been. Because right now it's got a bunch of sap because my wife left it under the tree. It's a mess. So I'm probably going to clean it off. Like I said, I still got Mr. Lee Murphy's logo still on Cubby. I am planning to stick more stickers on Cubby. And do not care. I'm probably going to end up relabeling it. And buying probably some of Terrell's products from Terrell Fixes All. And I'm going to rename it to Scrub Cadet. Because it can be a Scrub Cadet. So anybody out there that changes my mind on that, no, you ain't changing my mind, man. I love the name. It's funny anyway. It doesn't doesn't hurt the mower. It still is a lawn tractor. Still does what it's supposed to do. It's a tool. It's not no Cadillac machine. It ain't definitely ain't no Chevrolet the way I see it. And I think it's pretty funny. Now, there's people out there that are prejudiced about Cub Cadets. There's people out there on every machine that's prejudiced. For me, I'm not no prejudiced person. As long as the machine works, does the tool, does what it's supposed to. Now, stuff may break over time. You know, just make sure you do the right thing and get the job done correctly without breaking a single thing. It means you know you've done good. I'm going to give you a business term. I've done excellent. Because here pretty soon, this tiller's going to be working. And this man right here is going to be making some money. I've already sold 2 bid jobs. I'm not saying the price ranges, but I've got 2 tilling jobs. One of them's a big one. And right now, it's good enough pay. I'm not going to refuse. So, anybody out there wanting to know about the 4-wheeler, I've kind of put it on the back burner for right now. Right now, it's going to be on the back burner because right now, financial-wise, it's going to be sitting here for a while. So, like I said, this is my only time I can make a video. And, like I said, that's a bunch of tools laying on the back of it because I haven't been able to get to it. Plus of all, I don't like this price range of paying $250 to Polaris to put another ICM or, PCM on this thing. It's going to cost me a bunch of money that I'm not going to remake back. But I am going to use some tilling money to get the four-wheeler finished. That way we've got us another working machine that is four-wheel drive if I get this little tractor stuck, which I have done many times and have had to take my wife's Jeep to pull it out. And I don't like doing that, especially if I'm in a sticky situation and I don't want her sinking her Jeep. I want to be able to use that, the four-wheeler, to get it out, because some people out there understand me. If you've ever gotten a machine stuck, you definitely need another machine to winch you butt out, especially with a winch. Hopefully y'all have a good time out there. Have a nice weekend. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be rad. It really is. And excuse my French on the last part, I hate yellow jackets. I got stung by 2 of them yesterday. They don't feel great. So, y'all have a good one. I'm stopping this right at 26 minutes. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see y'all on the next one.